Hey, hi, hello there, and welcome back to Formula Amateur, where today we'll be discussing everything that's gone down in Bahrain this week for the first week of testing. So let's get into it, shall we? Okay, first of all, we'll talk about a few of the takeaways that we can take from this first week of testing. And number one being that Aston Martin are either majorly sandbagging by being really slow in comparison to others, or they are the slowest team going, which may be more possible than the first option, because they are 4 months behind on their ability to work on their car due to their factory building, and also the fact that they couldn't get Adrian Newey to start quicker due to the regulations around how long garden leave should last, and also when Red Bull was able to release him from his contract. So they are ultimately 4 months behind on their ability to work on the car, and as a result they are constantly in the lower parts of all of the testing timesheets. The second is that Haas is doing the best out of all of the midfield teams in terms of times and lap counts. They are both Esteban Ocon and Oliver Behrman have been quite high up when they have been driving, which is very impressive. It looks like the car is very reliable, and they have been able to get a lot out of it as well, with the not only the longevity but also the speed of the car. So it's great to see. And then the third is the top 4 teams keep swapping the fastest times between each other. Each team is pointing fingers at each other, claiming that the other teams are faster than them. This is another way of sandbagging, which is basically trying to pretend that you are doing worse than you actually are, to not give away any tips or tricks to other teams so they can gain an advantage on your own knowledge. So the top 4 teams being McLaren, Mercedes, Ferrari and Red Bull, they're all pointing fingers at each other, saying no, we're not fast, but they are. So we're not sure what's going on as to who is really putting in all of that speed versus whether they are really thinking that they are slow. It's all a bit of an act, really. And then the fourth is Red Bull are quite close. The drivers are quite close in results to each other. So there is not much of a disparity. What you'll see as well is in one instance when both Max Verstappen and Isaac Hadjar had been driving in one day, they were next to each other in the timesheets. So it looks like Ford has been finally able to perhaps break that second seat curse. So perhaps Hadjar will be Max Verstappen's Danny Rick. We will have to see where that goes. And the fifth and final thing has been the biggest thing, really, which is that Max and Lewis are the most vocal over difficulties with the cars. They are citing issues with being able to turn, especially in turn 10 in Bahrain. A lot of people are sliding out of control. The cars are really stiff, although they were meant to be quite nimble. And Max has been also calling the car anti-racing and like Formula E on steroids, as a result of not being able to mesh with the car as well as he wished he would have. But he has been critical of the idea of changing the regulations in general since about 2023 anyway, because he felt very comfortable in the last regulation, considering that he won 3 championships at that time. So it's understandable that he would be against the change of new regulations if it may or may not hinder him. They are also, both Max, Lewis and other drivers are citing that there is an issue of starting the cars. It takes a while to actually rev the car up to a point where they are able to actually drive off, which may need either rethinking by Formula One, rethinking by the teams, or it will ultimately have to be just they might have to change the way that they start races, because there's like a 10-second delay between when they're meant to leave and when they do actually end up getting the car off at the starting grid. So there is a big concern about that as well. Obviously the engines are very new. They are 50% combustion and 50% electric, and it's best to get these issues out as quickly as possible before we get into the races, because otherwise we just won't get a full race. All the cars will just stop working all of a sudden, or they just won't leave the starting grid in the first place. So it's best to cover these issues before they become bigger problems. So now let's talk about the actual times that the drivers have been showing. So in the first day, Oliver Behrman, Liam Lawson, Fernando Alonso and Isaac Hadjar were not driving. Isaac Hadjar was meant to drive, but they could not get the car to they had a few issues, and as a result he could not drive that day. So those drivers do not have any laps recorded, and they don't have any times recorded. And then in 18th position it was Franco Colapinto with 28 laps and a time of his fastest time being 1 minute 40 seconds and 3:30. Then in 17th it was Lance Stroll with 36 laps and 1 minute 39 seconds and 8:83. Then in 16th it was Valtteri Bottas with 49 laps and 1 minute 39 seconds 1:50. In 15th it was Gabriel Bortoleto with 49 laps, 1 minute 38 seconds 8:71. In 14th place it was Sergio Perez with 58 laps, and that was 1 minute 38 seconds 8:28. In 13th it was Carlos Sainz with 77 laps, and his time was 1 minute 38 and 2:21. In 12th it was Arvid Lindblad with 75 laps and the fastest time of 1 minute 37 seconds 9:45. In 11th place it was Kimi Antonelli with 30 laps and 1 minute 37 seconds and 6:29. In 10th it was Alex Albon with 68 laps, 1 minute 37 seconds 4:37. In 9th it was Nico Hülkenberg with 73 laps, 1 minute 36 seconds 8:61. In 8th it was Pierre Gasly with 49 laps, 1 minute 36 seconds 7:65. In 7th it was Lewis Hamilton with 52 laps and 1 minute 36 seconds 4:33. In 6th place it was George Russell with 56 laps, 1 minute 36 seconds 1:08. In 5th it was Oscar Piastri with 54 laps, 1 minute 35 seconds 6:02. In 4th it was Esteban Ocon with the second highest amount of laps with 115 laps, 1 minute 35 seconds 5:78. In 3rd it was Charles Leclerc with 79 laps and 1 minute 35 seconds 1:09. In 2nd it was Max Verstappen with 136. He had the most laps, and his time was 1 minute 34 seconds 7:98. And at the top of the timesheets it was Lando Norris with 58 laps and 1 minute 34 seconds 6:69. Onto the second day in Bahrain, where the drivers who were not taking part were Oscar Piastri, Lewis Hamilton, Franco Colapinto, Esteban Ocon, Lance Stroll, Max Verstappen. Those drivers do not have any laps recorded or any fastest times recorded. And then in 16th place is Kimi Antonelli, who only did 3 laps before he had faced a lot of car issues and did not do any more after that, and unfortunately he did not get any qualifying time to register. And then in 15th place is Sergio Perez with 42 laps and his fastest time being 1 minute 38 seconds 6:53. In 14th it's Fernando Alonso with 98 laps, 1 minute 38 seconds 2:48. In 13th it's Liam Lawson with 50 laps, 1 minute 38 seconds and 0:17. In 12th it's Carlos Sainz with 69 laps, 1 minute 37 seconds 5:92. In 11th is Arvid Lindblad with 82 laps, 1 minute 37 seconds 4:70. In 10th it's Nico Hülkenberg with 47 laps, 1 minute 37 seconds 2:66. In 9th it's Alex Albon with 62 laps, 1 minute 37 seconds 2:29. In 8th it's Valtteri Bottas with 67 laps, 1 minute 36 seconds 8:24. In 7th it's Pierre Gasly with 97 laps, 1 minute 36 seconds 7:23. In 6th it's Gabriel Bortoleto with 66 laps, 1 minute 36 seconds 6:70. In 5th it's Isaac Hadjar with 87 laps and 1 minute 36 seconds 5:61. In 4th it's George Russell with 54 laps, 1 minute 35 seconds 4:66. In 3rd it's Oliver Behrman with 130 laps and that's 1 minute 35 seconds 394. He has the third highest amount of laps. In second, it's Lando Norris with 149 laps and 1 minute 34 seconds 784. He has the most laps of the day. And in first, it's Charles Leclerc with 139 laps, 1 minute 34 seconds 273. Charles Leclerc is one with the second highest amount of laps for that day. And now we go to the final day of the first week of Bahrain testing, with the drivers not taking part being Arvid Lindblad, Charles Leclerc, Fernando Alonso, Pierre Gasly and Lando Norris. Those drivers do not have any laps recorded or any times recorded. So the slowest time was by Valtteri Bottas in 17th place with 37 laps and 1 minute 38 seconds 772. In 16th it was Lance Stroll with 72 laps, 1 minute 38 seconds 165. In 15th it was Gabriel Bortoleto with 60 laps, 1 minute 37 seconds 536. In 14th place it was Sergio Perez with 67 laps, 1 minute 37 seconds 365. In 13th it was Carlos Sainz, 68 laps and 1 minute 37 seconds 186. In 12th it was Liam Lawson with 119 laps. His time was 1 minute 36 seconds 808. And then in 11th it was Alex Albon with 78 laps, 1 minute 36 seconds 665. In 10th it was Nico Hulkenberg with 58 laps, 1 minute 36 seconds 291. In 9th it was Oliver Behrman with 70 laps and that's 1 minute 35 seconds 972. In 8th it was Franco Colapinto with 144. He has the third most highest laps recorded that day and his time was 1 minute 35 seconds 806. And he also did have a car issue at the end. He also almost drove the car into a wall when he was trying to warm up the tyres right before the practice start, and then could not even make it to the corner and just stopped the car there. And then in 7th it's Esteban Ocon with 75 laps and 1 minute 35 seconds 753. In 6th it is Isaac Hadjar with 59 laps and 1 minute 35 seconds 610. In 5th it's Max Verstappen with 61 laps, 1 minute 35 seconds 341. And then in 4th it's Oscar Piastri with 161 laps and 1 minute 34 seconds 549. He has the most laps of that day. In 3rd it's Lewis Hamilton with 150 laps, 1 minute 34 seconds 209, and he has the second most highest amount of laps that day. In 2nd is George Russell with 78 laps. His time was 1 minute 33 seconds 918. And in 1st it's his fellow teammate Kimi Antonelli with 61 laps and 1 minute 33 seconds and 669. So now let's get into how many laps each team has made. There is a little bit of a disparity between Sky Sports F1 and Formula 1, so I will point that out as I go along. So in first joint place, it's McLaren and Williams with 422 laps each. Then it's Ferrari, who according to Sky Sports F1 had 421 laps, which is 1 lap less than McLaren Williams, but according to my calculations and Formula 1's calculations they actually had 420 laps, so they're 2 laps behind Williams and McLaren. This is because Sky Sports counted Leclerc's laps on the first day as 80, but Formula 1 counted it as 79. And then in 4th it's Haas with 390. So according to Sky Sports F1 they are 31 laps behind Ferrari, but according to my calculations and Formula 1's calculations they are 30 laps behind. And then in 5th it's Audi with another disparity. According to Sky Sports F1 they have 353, so they are 37 laps behind Haas, whereas Sky Sports F1 is saying that they have 354, so they would be 36 laps behind. And this is because Sky Sports F1 counted Gabriel Bortoleto's laps on the second day as 67, whereas Formula 1 counted it as 66. And then in 6th it was Red Bull with 343 laps. So according to the laps according to Sky Sports F1, that's a 11 lap difference, whereas according to Formula 1, that's a 10 lap difference. Then in 7th it's Racing Bulls with 327 laps, and that would make it 16 behind Red Bull, but according to my calculations and Formula 1's calculations, that is 326, so that would make them 15 laps behind Red Bull. Then in 8th it's Cadillac with 320 laps, so that would make Sky Sports F1's calculations be that they are 7 laps behind Racing Bulls, but according to my calculations and Formula 1's, they are actually 6 laps behind. Then in 9th it's Alpine with 318 laps. They are 2 laps behind Cadillac. In 10th it's Mercedes with 282 laps. They are 36 laps behind Alpine, and in 11th it's Aston Martin with 206 laps. That's 76 laps behind Mercedes. So as it is testing, take these results with a pinch of salt. Everyone is running different programs, so this could mean anything and everything. So we'll see how it turns out in Australia on my birthday on the 8th of March. But before we do that, we still have a few weeks more of the season lead up, so please join me for that and more. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of Formula Amateur or watching on YouTube. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and please don't forget to check out my lovely colleagues on the Be The Change Media Network. Please check out BeTheChangeMediaNetwork.com. A lot of new stuff is coming on there, so please check it out. And as I said, have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you next Saturday for week 2 of Bahrain testing. So I'll see you then. Goodbye.